Hi friends, welcome back to the Cloud channel. If you don't know me, my name is Katie and I own a little tiny business called Katie Clouds. We make book sleeves, Kindle sleeves, bookish accessories. Bad description, it's a bad day. We're gonna get into it. If you've watched our last video, you'd have known that we were currently preparing to drop a new collection in around 2 weeks, but as things stand today, it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen at all. I decided it was best to fill you in what was going on instead of just waiting to see whether it was gonna arrive or not. You were with me when we ordered the fabric, and the fabric is on its way, but it's not gonna get here. And I'm gonna fill you in on why. I feel like this is gonna be a super chatty video, and honestly I'm not in the mood to sit at the desk, so I'm gonna move to the settee, but while I move I'm gonna roll the tapes and fill you in on what happened yesterday. The fabric was due yesterday and it was still in London, so I knew it wasn't going to come yesterday. I was just expecting it to update, but it hasn't updated since the 10th, and I don't know where it is. And usually it updates every few hours. I know something is wrong. So I'm on the live chat now, but I'm 90th something in the queue. So when the update comes for that, I'm not sure. I just hope. I've got a feeling it's lost, because why wouldn't it have been scanned in somewhere? It's usually literally every few hours. I'm not even joking. Yeah, I guess I've got to wait. Okay, so I was about to come on and give you a big update about the emails that I've just got, but through just not wanting to go on about it so extremely, I'm just gonna get to the point. I think the May collection at the end of the month is cancelled / delayed because the fabric package has been flagged at customs and it's been taken by trading standards. So while I cry about that, yeah, that's something to process. And I literally have nothing else to say because I know nothing. FedEx can't help me because it's got nothing to do with them. And my supplier is at a dinner party. So okay, let's see if we can get through this without crying. Basically, at the minute, the May collection is delayed / cancelled indefinitely because the fabric package has been flagged by trading standards, and at the minute I just don't think I'm gonna get it. Basically, my package was delayed and I asked FedEx what was going on, and they told me that it had been flagged by trading standards and that they couldn't help me further until it was handed back to them. So I'm completely in the dark. I messaged my supplier and just explained the situation and asked whether they knew anything, and she texted me and said that she was at dinner and that she'd check back with me later. So I said no problem at all, and she texted me back with some coffee emojis. So it's given your emergency is not my emergency, and honestly I respect it. So I literally don't know what to do now. I'm gonna have to contact the government or something, but I've never experienced this before and there's not much online about it, and what I can find is I am not getting this package, and if I do get it, it's gonna be weeks. So I don't know whether I'm being dramatic or not. However, a lot of work has gone into this collection and a lot of planning has been done for it to be dropped at the end of the month, and I just don't think it's going to be dropped at the end of the month now because I'm not going to have the fabric to drop it. So yeah, there's literally nothing else to say about the situation, so there's no point me sitting here, but when I know, you know, I guess. Yeah, that was that. I'm feeling a bit more optimistic today because I just know that I literally have no control over the situation, so I'm gonna try not to stress over it. We're just gonna try and do some things to find out more information, I guess, because there's nothing I can do to speed up the process, I don't think. Yeah, I'm just completely in the dark on all fronts because FedEx have said it's not their problem, it's not their jurisdiction, so they can't give me any more information about the package. What I've seen online, like I said yesterday, is like I'm not getting this package, and if I do get the package, it's going to be in like weeks time. Obviously I was due to get the package on Monday, which today is Wednesday the 14th. We were supposed to drop it at the end of the month. The collection's not happening. I don't want to pretend to everyone that it's happening, everyone gets the hopes up, and then it doesn't happen and just disappoint everyone. I'm absolutely not going to do that. I'm absolutely not going to pretend that I can just turn it around last minute if the fabric comes in like 2 weeks, because I can't do that either. The collection's not happening. It's not happening in May, and I am like devastated about it, but there's nothing I can do. So yeah, I need to stop just staring into space, into my thoughts. I guess this is the whole point of sharing to the channel. You share my problems as well. Yeah, and it's just such a shame because this video was supposed to be like the fabric arriving and starting the collection and everything we do to prepare for the collection, and now it's just this miserable video about things not turning up on customs and trading standards and just boring things. But this is the reality of owning a small business, I guess. It's just not really happened to me before on this scale. Basically, if it wasn't clear, I can't start this collection without the fabric. The fabric is the collection. So this box of fabric has what I presume, because I've literally just been told the lines of the package was flagged by trading standards. That's all I know. That is literally all I know. That sentence. And they closed the case. They closed the case without me even replying to that email because they literally can't tell me anymore. So this package has been flagged by trading standards and I can't get it back until it's gone through their process, is what I presume. I've googled. What I can make out is that to get through to trading standards you have to go through Citizens Advice. You can't really access trading standards like directly, you've got to go through them. So also I've got a bit ahead of myself. I said yesterday that you'll have seen that I contacted my supplier, and they said from that video they replied to me and said that they've contacted FedEx. They should get back to them today and they'll let me know, but they haven't let me know yet, so there's no update on the supplier section of this problem. So after she said that to me, I was like, listen, I'm not waiting for FedEx to get back to them, because FedEx is going to tell them the same as they told me. Like, FedEx don't know anything, and I know it's kind of their problem because it's their box that's been flagged. Bear in mind, this is just a box of fabric. There's nothing suspicious about this box. I have had about 15 at least of these boxes come through customs. There's nothing suspicious about this box. Obviously I haven't seen the box, but if it's anything like the others, there's absolutely nothing suspicious about this box. Yeah, so I was thinking, well, they're not going to tell me they're not going to get any luck from FedEx either. So last night I went on the Citizens Advice website, because everything I found was that you had to go through Citizens Advice, and I messaged them and I said, FedEx have told me that my parcel has been taken by trading standards. Like, would you be able to advise me on how long that process is going to take and where I get an update, because FedEx don't update you about it. This girl, Sheree, she was called Sheree, shout out to Sheree, she was very helpful. She literally messaged me back and was like, listen, I've never heard of trading standards taking anyone's parcels at customs, so you're gonna have to give me a minute so I can investigate it. And I was like, great, thank you for telling me that. yes, please go and investigate it. She comes back. She didn't really tell me what she was told. She just said, listen, we'll open a case for you and send it to Trading Standards. And I was like, great, thank you. What else? Like, what am I supposed to say at this point? I have no idea of the process. She said, great, I'll send it to Trading Standards. I was like, thank you, that's really kind of you to do that for me, because I don't know what I'm doing. So, like, the anxiety is building as I speak. So I said to her, like, are they gonna email me, or do I need to get back in contact with you for an update? And she said, I don't know. And I was like, okay, fair play. You don't know, I don't know either. What am I to say? And so I asked, okay, well, if I haven't heard, like, what's the time frame? And she said 5 working days. And I was thinking, yeah. I wasn't thinking anything at this point. I was thinking, why did I choose this job? And I was questioning my life choices. But I woke up this morning feeling a bit better. Like I said, listen, it is what it is. I can't control when I get this package, so the collection is cancelled, which obviously is devastating. But I was going to say I can't sit and wallow. I can't sit and wallow. I also, at this moment in time, I'm not sure what else I'm going to do. So the sitting and wallowing kind of needs to happen so I can plan something else. Yeah, so that's like the update of the minute, and I just wanted to let you know what was going on, because he was so kind to me about my other videos, and I was so excited to share with you this new collection and how we make the new collection and all the videos that were going to come from the new collection. But obviously this is the only video that's come from the new collection so far, and it's quite miserable. So thank you for sitting here with me and wallowing in the mess and the problems with me. It does make me feel a bit better, because you are all so kind to me, so beyond kind to me, and I know it's going to be okay. I feel marginally dramatic having to come on here and be like, it's cancelled, like scrap the whole thing, but there's no collection without the fabric, and we don't have the fabric. So marginally not dramatic, marginally actually a really big problem. Yeah, it's all given dramatic, but that's the situation we're in. And I guess if we're going to share cloud life on the channel, we have to share everything. So it's really a bad time at the cloud at the minute, because, as you know, most of our collections are limited edition, so we don't actually have that much stock in at the minute for people to purchase if they would like. And this is the next collection, and obviously we rely on the next collection. I rely on the next collection as it's like my full-time job. This is my full-time job, and obviously I rely on this as, I was going to say, a huge part of my income, the only part of my income. So it's not ideal. It is not ideal. Yeah, so thanks for listening. If you've stayed this far to listen to the problems that we're currently facing, before I sign off, I'm gonna double check that we can't do anything else today. I know I'm not gonna leave it 5 days before I phone back. I'm gonna leave it till Friday, because I'm not going over the weekend without an update. I'm pretty sure I can only get through to Trading Standards through Citizens Advice. I'm pretty sure I've done all I can for the minute without badgering people, because we don't want to make my problems other people's problems, but also we need to get this package. So let's do a Google, an extra Google. I've Googled like 200 times, and see if there's anything else we can do today. Okay, let's do that.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling.
Okay, yeah. I literally don't. I can't. It says how to contact Trading Standards, the Citizens Advice consumer services primary point of contact for consumers with issues with goods or services. They can provide advice if necessary or further complaint to the appropriate trading standard service, which they've done for me. So I guess it's a waiting game now from them. I also messaged me supplier. I was going to say she hasn't read it yet, but she actually has. So we're going to sit here together and wait for her to reply. Also, the FedEx tracking obviously still hasn't moved. It hasn't moved from the 10th. And that was when I first noticed the issue. It's still in standstill. So I've been left on red for about 5 minutes. My supplier's usually like with the replies. So I'm hoping she's got an update for me. And that's what's taking so long. My laptop's also going to die, so I'm just going to dive behind her. Apologies. Just nearly knocked the tripod from underneath itself, so apologies for that also. I don't have an answer. I've been left on red. I presume she's investigating or has just opened it by mistake. Anyway, if I get an update today, before I edit this video, I'll let you know. It will be now. It's going to be dead awkward if there's no update. And it's just going to be now. Me. Anyway, I hope you had an update. If you didn't, I'm sorry for me also, because I really want an update. Yeah, so until we get this fabric, I'm not really sure what the next videos are going to be. I know I promised on Instagram I was going to do a Q&A. I didn't have time to film it. But listen, if this fabric's not going to come, I'm going to have all the time in the world. So maybe that will be the next video, because I'm just going to have every single day of my life to film YouTube videos until this fabric comes. Yeah, that's not well. Actually, that's not a bad thing either. Maybe that can be penciled in as what we're gonna do while we wait for the fabric to come. If it gets to the end of the week, Friday, I'm gonna phone this time. I feel like phoning. You get further phoning rather than the online chats. If it gets to Friday and I'm still none the wiser, I'm going to have to start putting some plans in place for pivoting and just what else is going to occur over the next month. So maybe that'll be the next video, us working out. Yeah, the next video is going to be an update. Well, maybe a Q&A, but in regards to like studio vlog collection, it's going to be an update on what's happening and then us figuring out what we're going to do instead of the collection. I'm still on red at the minute. Oh, I shouldn't have said that because you might have got an update. Anyway, as you know, I'm not very good at this. So thanks for listening to me complain. I hope the next video is going to be better. But I just thought it was wise to fill these in. And thank you for being so kind to me about it. If you got this far, please comment a cloud emoji so I know that you're here. I'd be so extremely grateful. And yeah, I guess that's it. In a bit.